Hello again. Welcome to episode 2 of Flionfree Fibers. I am Stacy, coming to you from Northeast Connecticut, where we are finally in spring. The weather is warmed up pretty consistently now, and we are all green and beautiful again. So it's been a busy 2 weeks. As you can see, my studio is still unpainted, unfinished, but we've been really busy. So 3 farmers markets in the last 2 weekends. It's our first year doing farmers markets, so getting used to that. Kind of got a rhythm down. We don't have another one until first week of June. I might have an event the end of May, but still deciding. It's a longer day and just deciding if it's worth it in the right type of venue. But those things all come with trial and error. Anyway, the farm has been busy. We are rooing this year, so I have 1 sheep completely rooed and 1.5 of the goats completely rooed. That's going well. So rooing is you either shear or you roo, and not all sheep can be rooed. So basically certain sheep breeds release their fiber, but it doesn't just shed off. It has to be pulled off. So Shetlands do that, Icelandics can do that, but a lot of people just shear them because it's easier, it's faster, get it done. So, oops. And yeah, so that's what we're doing this year. We're kind of experimenting with that, seeing how that fiber goes and how we like it. So it's time consuming process. So we do a little bit at a time. The past couple weekends haven't had time to do it because I have been busy at the markets. I forgot to make my phone quiet. So what else have I been doing? Oh, we finally figured out a space for my wool processing. We were kind of doing it outside last year. I like to spend the nicer days outside, making my phone quiet. But it's kind of a pain. You're bringing stuff outside, you're bringing stuff back inside, the weather, you never know. So we had moved it into the garage, which is always busy. Things are always being moved around. So it wasn't very conducive to being consistent. So we have made a space for my wool processing. That's still under construction, so that's why up here is still under construction, because we have everything that needs to be flipped around as far as where it's stored to make space for everything. Let's see, what else I've been doing. So we're still working on this. So some of the stuff is coming out of my weaving room, going down into my wool processing, because I have a lot of raw fiber in there. And then I've got other stuff coming up here. So lots of things moving around. Finished objects, we've done a lot of finished objects. So last time I had some towels on my loom. They were a green and white spring colored towels. I have some of the cut off here. And I don't know if you can see that. It's green and white, and kind of like a citrus green and yellow. Don't even have them. I might have a picture of them, and I did post it on Instagram. They sold immediately at the farmer's market. They were really cute, so they sold really quick. You can see those. Super quick, super springy, sold in a heartbeat. So you get to hang on to those. I also decided I was going to make some market bags, and those came out great. I made a market size bag, and then I made like a little mini. So those came out really well. I love the colors and the patterns, the way they yarned it up. I actually have them here. So there's a little mini version, purse size, or just a mini bag. Maybe a little kid's bag. I did have a little girl that was looking at them, but and then the market size bag. So this is crochet. It's just cotton. It is a sugar and cream cotton that I had on a cone. I made a table runner out of it before, and I was gonna make some dish towel, hand towels out of it, but decided to see how it would come out with a market bag, try my hand at that. So just kind of threw it out there. I did use a pattern video, so I have that linked in my Ravelry, and I will link it down below as well. They're super easy. Like, you can crochet them up in no time, and they're cute and stretchy. And I've been making lots of soap bags because those go really quick. I have some customers that actually buy them in bulk because they sell soap, and I sell them at our farm stand as well. So they kind of sell all the time, so I make those constantly in production. I have also been felting, which I mentioned before, and to keep myself busy, I sometimes just kind of play around with things. So it was Mother's Day, so hey, why not make some flowers? I made some little flowers. And then I had some other things because someone was like, oh, you Easy Acres Gnomestead. I was like, well, I don't really have gnomes, so I made some little gnomes. So there's that guy and this guy. They're fun to make. They're just, you sit around and just kind of pluck at them. So little felted friends. I'm gonna put them up somewhere. I finished my poncho. So I said this last time, it was on the blocking table. This is a 4x4 ribbed, like basically shawl you make, and then you flip it and sew it together into a poncho. It's really pretty. Not my personal colors. I bought the yarn just to kind of keep me busy. I wanted a super easy pattern I didn't have to think about. I was traveling, and it's been one of those things that I picked it up and put it down forever. I don't even know when I started it. September? I think I started it in September. So I picked it up and put it down a lot. And then I finally finished it, and then it's just sat in a bag because I hadn't blocked it. So I finally blocked it, sewed it together. It's all done. The pattern is by Barocco. It's the olive pattern. I don't know the sample on the pattern is in maroon, so I'm not really sure why it's called olive, but Barocco olive 4x4 ribbing, and then you just block it out, sew it together. It came out really good. Lots of comments. The yarn is the Husako Azine. I don't even know. I can't say that. So it's a superwash merino wool blend. It is 75% merino, 25% polyamide, and I think I used 4 skeins of it. It's also in my Ravelry, but it turned out great. I like it. It's very pretty. Not my colors though, so yellow washes out my blonde hair, so it makes me look, I don't like it. What else? Whips. Oh, I didn't bring them up here. I am still working on my socks. And I did decide to do a gusset heel. So I did have a video. Hold on a second. I'm going to go get them. Okay. So I did do a flap and gusset. It's a reinforced heel, so you're actually doing a slip every other row or every other stitch. So it's supposedly reinforced, kind of as a ribbing to reinforce that. So I am now working my way up to my decrease, back, and then just my leg, and I'll be done. So these are probably going to be short socks, maybe a bit of a cuff, maybe a couple inches. So I think I have 14 more rows of decrease to go before I get to just cuff them out and be done. I'm not sure what bind off I'm gonna do yet. I think I want to try something new, so I will check into my book, which we discussed last time, of 211 ways to cast on and bind off, and see what I like. So that's that one. These, like I said, these have been on the needles for a long time because I had frogged them and started over to make them a little smaller. I like a tighter sock. I don't like them loose. So I wasn't happy with the way they're coming out. So I ripped them out and restarted because it's an expired colorway. That is Forget Me Not from Bad Sheep Yarn. Love the colors. So that is actually my only whip right now because I'm going to be starting some new things. Let's see, what am I starting? My next set of towels, I got another color. I'm going to have to get the green and white again because that went really fast. This is called Kitchen Breeze, and if you can see, it is pinks and blues and yellows and white, kind of really springy and fresh. So that'll be my next weave of towels. I am also starting, I got accepted for a test knit, and I was accepted as a beginner brioche knitter. She's doing two, so she's releasing a hat pattern, and it's a brioche pattern. But she wanted two types of testers. She wanted testers to test her pattern as it was, and she also wanted beginner brioche, like you hadn't done brioche before, to test her tutorial videos. So I'm on that end of it because I have not done brioche before. I've done ferrule, but not brioche, and didn't find it, but I do really well with videos, so I'm just looking it up for you. So I'm kind of excited about that. I ordered my yarn. So it is Rogue Ambition Knits LLC. Her name is Melissa. So follow her she's on Facebook. Give her a look there. She is working with Arcane Fiberworks, which I just ordered my yarn for my test knit. So when that comes in, I'll show you guys, and I can share. The pattern is Luminaria Beanie, and she did say I could share the cover photo, so I'm going to share that with you. So there's the cover photo of it, and it's really cute. I like it. There's a couple other colors that she had tried out. I went with, so I got one solid, and then I got two different background colors. So I'm not sure which one I wanted to do, so I wanted to see them in person, so I ordered two. Maybe I'll just make two hats. Super excited about that. It'll be my first test knit and my first brioche all in one. So that's ordered. I will show them next time. I really do like Arcane Fibers. They have a lot of pretty colors. I have had some of their stuff before, so happy to purchase more of them and support them. Let's see, what else did I have? Oh, these are kind of like we're in acquisitions. I got some yarn. I got my missing color for my project, but I'm going to go into that for a second. Bad Sheep Yarn had their annual Flopsy sale. If you are unfamiliar with Bad Sheep Yarn and their Flopsy sale, it is chaos. So once a year, they have a sale on all the skeins of yarn that were kind of like either tests that they didn't end up going with, or maybe it's a colorway but didn't come out exactly as they wanted it to put into the regular sale. So they kind of stuff it all to the side. And once a year they have like a clean out sale, and it's chaos. I think last year it was like they kept adding to the website and you had to be on, you kept refreshing and seeing if you wanted something, and you just keep buying, and it's the first person that cashes out with that gets it. And then they combine all your orders if you like had 5 of them. This year it was a Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. our time here on the East Coast, and they released everything on the website at once. It was like utter chaos. So there was one color I knew I needed, and I knew it was in the sale. I knew I had to get that one, and then I could look at the other stuff. I tried to check out like several times, and it kept saying, "Oh, your stuff, like that's no longer available. That's no longer available." So I did get my color for my project that just came in, and now I've ordered the rest of the colors to support it. So I'm going to show that project off next time, but I was very happy to get the color I needed because it is not available right now on their normal stock. So it'll probably come back in the fall, but that'll be after the time when I need to have the project completed by. So I was very happy to get it. Now I've ordered all the other colors, and I'm going to share that project next time. But I did get some other colors. So this is a sparkling finger weight, and they don't have names on the colorways because they're flopsies. So you can kind of tell what they were supposed to be a lot of times. But this is a 75% merino, 20% nylon, and 5% stellino because it is a sparkle, if you can see. Oh yeah, you can see the sparkles. So it's kind of a darker maroon, orange, greens, and a brown. But I thought it was pretty. And I didn't know. I was like, maybe I'll make a shawl out of it. I think it'll be a pretty shawl. So that's likely what that will be. And then this color I love. I think this is Rainbows and Airways. This is a flopsy of Rainbow and his Airways, I think. I love this colorway, so I just grabbed it as a flopsy, even though it's still available as the original. But it's all beachy. Yellows, bright yellows. And oranges and reds and purples and blues and green. And there's speckles in there. It's very summery and beachy. So this is 100% superwash, and I got it in a worsted, so not really sure yet. And then this was just pretty. I think this is I'm not sure. I think I know what this is, but it came in the flopsy, so it didn't come out exactly as needed to be in the regular sales. So this is just a 75-25 superwash and nylon. So fingering weight. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. It's just pretty. It's white with some purples and pinks kind of speckled into it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to make socks out of it or something else. It's just going in the stash. So it was a flopsy sale. Gotta grab it. So that was fun. It went really, really quick. Like, stuff sold out in a heartbeat, and there was so much available, but it's just, we're all crazy. And then like I said, I did get my upcoming color, so I'm super excited for that project to get started, because I have 2 I want to do by August. The sweater that I spoke about last time, and then this is a shawl that I want to have done, and it's kind of big. So it's a 5-color shawl. I believe it's faded and marled. So I've got to kind of work that in. So I'm going to be having to cake everything up probably in doubles. So that'll be a first for that as well, following a pattern, and I'm super excited about that as well. So not a lot. Like, there's a lot going on, but not a lot to share. Kind of wanted to bring in some of the spinning. So Tour de Fleece is coming up soon. So if you are a spinner, It's a great time to spin every day while the Tour de France, they're spinning on bikes, you're spinning your fiber. It's a great way to kind of work through some of the fiber you have sitting around. I have more than enough at this point. This was one of my spins that I really want to figure out a project for. It's super, super soft. It's from Greenwood Fibers, which I love her stuff. It's all hand dyed, and this is Rivendell. It is 50% camel, 50% silk. It is unbelievably soft. I thoroughly enjoy spinning this. It's so soft. I don't know what I want to do with it because it's going to be really, really drapey. So it would make a great shawl. It'd be super, super drapey, but I don't think I have enough. I've got about 225 yards. Then I was going to put it into a weave, and I just don't know yet. But whatever it is, it's going to be super, super soft. I was thinking maybe kind of mixing it into a cowl because I have such a sensitive neck. This would be perfect for my neck. So I haven't figured it out yet, but it's greens and blues and purples and orange and yellow. It's super pretty. So this has kind of been living here. Actually, it was skeined up for a while. I ended up caking it because I was going to do something with it and then decided to go a different way. So now it sits there caked. Yeah, I don't know. I just wait for inspiration to do things. That's how I roll. I'm not sure what else I'm working on. Looking around, I've got a lot of fiber processing to do. I've got a lot of wool that needs to be washed and batted up so it can be spun. I've got some rugs to make. As you can see, more felting. I'm working on a sunflower right now. I am all over the place. Our next, let's see, we had National Teachers Day, we had Mother's Day. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day. And another event, we've got Memorial Day coming up. So it's kind of getting warm, a lot of people think, for wool, even though wool also keeps you cool. I'm looking at some tanks maybe to do. I have one that I think is really pretty. This is actually a discussion on a live. And I've been kind of picking it up, but I'm not sure what color I want to do it in. Oops. Let's see. I can share it with you. Nope. That one. It is the I Do Frilly Sleeve Peplum by Amanda Lee. It is super cute. I love how that flares out at the bottom and it's got the lacy, and I love the ruffle sleeves. So it's not exactly a tank. The sleeves split at the bottom so you don't have all that ruffle underneath bunching up. I like that. And then I thought, yeah, it's got a scoop back. That's really pretty. So I like the details in it. This one seems a little bit longer, so you can extend it. But really pretty, really pretty. I do like the details in it. So I believe I read that it is a bottom up. So that would be my first bottom up. Let's try it on. But so that's where we're at. Anything else? That's where we're kind of going right now. I do have some more market bags that I'm gonna make, so I just got the yarn in for that. Cotton, I'm gonna do kind of some solids with a couple different color solids. So those will be available soon. And what else am I working on? yeah, I've got a couple weeks for the test knit. So go ahead, follow Rogue Ambitions. The release date will likely be in June sometime. It's tentative right now for the test knits. So follow that along. She's got some other great patterns. I was looking at them. Really cute ones, actually. I saved a couple of my favorites. So check her out, support her, and we'll see you next time.